What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Driving Professor. And for those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your hostess, Rashid. And I've been a professional driver for the past 21 and a half years. Still currently am. And this channel is really geared towards brand new drivers to maybe 3-year drivers, and we teach people advanced defensive driving strategies that's not really taught in the driving schools. So most people actually they learn what they learn to pass a road test, but then when it comes to the real world, the stuff is not actually taught. So we're gonna go over some car crash compilations over here, and we're gonna do some reaction videos here. And I think a lot of people were telling me they actually like these pretty good when I go through. And we're gonna try a different format over here. We tried a different format, and let's see if it actually works out. But we're definitely analyzing different car accidents and see what can be prevented. We don't look at who's actually at fault, but how can we actually prevent the accident. So it's actually equivalent to if you're walking down the street and the person opposite that's walking towards you, well, they're looking down on their cell phone and you're not, and you can actually, and they're walking in the same path as you, you're not going to run right into them. You're going to try to avoid them, and you'll probably tell them, hey, listen, pay attention over here, man. All right, so this video actually, let's get right to it. This video actually comes from dash cam time. Let's give these guys the credit over here, man, because everybody's looking for that in life. We all looking for some type of credit. All right, so let's roll with this over here. Let's play. This is the first time I'm actually watching it with you guys here. Alright, there's nothing much you could do here, man. According to this analysis, they said, maintain some distance between your car and the car ahead to give yourself enough response time. Should the car ahead make a sudden stop, the camera sees a reckless driver cutting off people and couldn't stop in time for this is actually coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. I definitely do concur with that analysis right there. Maybe the person was actually distracted, and that's what it actually seems like, but nothing really here to really avoid this accident here. Let's move on. All right, so right now you can actually see this van over here. You got to judge the speed, that you got to get the big picture when you're actually driving. You got to get the big picture. So it doesn't look like the van is actually going to stop here. It looks like a little small moving truck here, but it doesn't look like he's going to stop. Let's see what happens. Yep, there you go. Ooh, yes. All right, so definitely slow down at the intersections, and then when you're right before the intersections, just judge the speed of the people that are actually coming on the opposite side of the intersection. That's what I'm saying. I actually saw that happening right as stuff like that happens all the time. So slow down. Yeah, I'm not saying you gotta, if you're doing 30-35 miles an hour, that you got to go down to 10 miles an hour, but like you should get down to maybe 25 miles an hour, or if it's in the 25, drop it down 10 miles an hour less, cover your brakes, and then look at whether the person on the opposite side of the streets here, and see how fast they're going, and see whether they're going to come to a stop or not. All right, let's see the analysis over here. This person in dash cam time, he has an analysis. Let's check it out. Let's see. He says, at a stop sign, always ensure that you come to a complete stop and both ways are fully clear before proceeding on to a road. In this example, a U-Haul driver was cited for causing the accident. She did not yield to the Chevy Cruze, who did not have to stop. Thankfully, nobody was injured. Well, yeah, definitely, that's a great thing. Again, this channel over here is designed to save time, money, personal injury, and most importantly, your life. But again, this accident could have been prevented, and we don't look at who has the right of way, and clearly this U-Haul truck over here was definitely the much more aggressive driver, so we're gonna let him actually go. That's the main thing. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, it's the same thing over here. You have to get the big picture. I think I did this one already on one of my previous videos, but he posted this 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago it says here. So it must be new, but it looks really familiar. But again, get the big picture. Look 12 to 15 seconds ahead. And had he did that, he would have had plenty of time to stop and prevent this accident. So his analysis was, when making a left turn on green, there's no obligation for the oncoming traffic to stop or slow down. So be sure to yield for traffic and safely proceed once it's clear. The camera sees the driver failing to yield when turning left and causes a wreck. This happened in Austin, Texas. Yeah, and I definitely do understand that there is no obligation for the oncoming traffic to stop or slow down. But again, we're looking at preventing accidents here, and this right here is a huge waste of time. If you have a brand new car, or let's say a late model car, this can actually really truly devalue your car, actually getting into an accident. So that, we don't know if this person is drunk behind the wheel, or could have had a medical episode, so don't think, oh, I just got the right of way and he has to stop for me, and we don't think like that over here, man. We're thinking about preventing accidents, and we're definitely, to be honest, and being injured actually costs you a lot more time, so let's move on. Let's see this one here. Oh yeah. Definitely. You can't be looking when you're driving, you can't be looking in a blank stare. You need to move, check your mirrors, keep moving your head. And then once this white SUV starts coming over, you need to back off a little bit and hit the brakes, and never assume that the person is actually going to do the right thing. That's the main thing. Never ever assume that the person actually sees you. Maybe this SUV here has a blind spot, but never assume that the person actually sees you. So let's see what happens over here. I kind of think he's going to get sideswiped here, so let's see what happens. Yeah, and it's true. He could have been in the person's blind spot right here on the white SUV. So definitely, he should be maybe back a car length or two from the white SUV, and he actually prevents this from happening. So also by checking your mirrors, you're giving yourself more time, and then time actually buys you more options. All right, let's move on. Yeah, it's the parking lot accidents. Oh man. All right, look like that person is drunk or high or something, man. It's definitely there's definitely something wrong with this motorist, right here. But then it's not funny, man. He could have had a medical episode. He could have had a heart attack behind the wheel or a seizure. You know, I mean, even though I guess somebody shouldn't be driving if they're prone to having seizures, but stuff like this actually happens, or you know. So let me not even laugh. That's not even funny because we don't know the outcome. All we see is just accident, 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 and that's all people run with. All right, let's move on. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah, okay. Again, you cannot assume that the person is going to do the right thing. Now, this accident is the fault of this white SUV right here. This person actually making a left turn definitely has the right of way. But we again don't speed through the intersections, and definitely just don't observe, get the big picture, look right, look left, take your time going through the intersections. A couple of seconds of just even probably letting this guy just go is not going to kill you, so let's move on over here, man. I think, where the hell were we? Does he cut somebody else off? Let's see. He's slowing down. Alright, so I wish we could see the speed, but it looks like he's probably driving a little too fast for the intersection here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I'm right. Going a little too fast. Yep. And yeah, he blew the red light. Yeah, it looks like that person actually blew the red light. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, here we go. Yeah. I mean, listen, he did a good job on what we call forward planning. You got to get the big picture, and actually did a really good job of actually avoiding the accident, preventing the accident. A lot of people would have slammed, maybe T-boned that van. They was like, "Hey, I got the right of way. I got the right of way." So he actually did a damn good job of actually getting the big picture, forward planning. All right, let's move on. Let's see what else we got here. This is in Dominican Republic. Ooh, that is not good. That's not good. This person on the left here, listen, drive as fast as you can see and that is something that you should never, ever, ever, ever do. Never, ever, ever do. And you would never expect for people to actually, and this is one of the hard things about defensive driving, is that most of the time your stuff that you actually see on camera, on dash cams, it's like, 8 out of 10 times, 9 times out of 10 times, this stuff is not going to happen to you, more than likely to me. I mean, it happens to me sometimes because I'm driving 8, 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day. But for your regular average person, this stuff doesn't actually really happen to you. So even though the percentages are actually extremely low that's going to happen, you still have to be you have to definitely be ready. Definitely have to be ready. Lucky thing, this person that's in the dash cam right here, he wasn't driving at a high rate of speed. Again, he has a curb sign that's actually coming up, and he was actually driving as fast as he can actually see. All right, battery's dying on the camera. We gotta wrap this up over here. Gotta change the battery out. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, share it. Let's save lives. Sharing is actually caring. When you share, the universe actually shares back with you. Peace out.